Morning everyone, it's Monday morning, currently 6:48, busy day. What to tell you, not a lot. A nice chill weekend doing diddly squat. Today we've got a Sprinter coming in. It is having a fascia kit and a Pioneer 160. I'm hoping the stock gets delivered early. I've paid DPD for an early delivery, but knowing them, it'll turn up at 6 o'clock, stitch me right up. House stuff, obviously we're still, expecting a visit and stuff like that to be done. Let's wait for this guy. Well, yeah, we're expecting a couple of visits to go and see a couple of houses. One of the Rawton ones that we did want is sold already. Apparently that one's gone, which is a bit of a shame. But we've got a few others to look at potentially. I don't know. Life's a bit crazy at the minute. Subscriber wise, we've not really changed much. We've gone up a little bit, but as normal, YouTube is doing its usual thing. More content, more views, more followers, more watch time, more this, more that, less money again. It's a bit disheartening. I enjoy making the content, it's really good content. I do like making the videos. It'd be nice to grow a little bit more, but it's finding that one that sets the ball rolling, isn't it, that everyone gets interested in. It's a nightmare, pain in the bum. I've also had, over the weekend, I had an Audi S4 dropped off. Now we've done a job for this chap before. It's an S4, what do you call them? It's an estate, but they don't call it an estate. Is it touring? Is that what they call it? Something like that. So we've got an S4 in, B5 chassis, I think it is. Head unit, we're going to do a flip out Pioneer single din, the kind of industry standard go-to unit. I've got to change his speakers in the front and rear doors for something better, because the old stuff is just falling apart, and in doing so we'll retain the factory Bose amp in the boot, and hopefully it'll all still work, and we won't have any issues. He is getting I think it's more of a blown speaker than an amp channel down, but you always worry about the fact that a blown speaker could take out an amp channel. That's the problem. So I've got to do a bit of investigating after the fact. So he's just basically given me the instructions of head unit, 4 speakers first, activate everything, get everything working, and then hopefully nothing is wrong. Obviously after that, then I get in contact with him and tell him we need to do something else, or bypass the amp, let the head unit run the 4 speakers. Don't know. But that's today's, or Audi's this week. He's not picking it up till Saturday. So a fairly nice melodic start to the week. Hope you're good, hope you're well. If you're new, welcome. Thanks for pressing the button and supporting the channel. If you're my regulars, morning lads, morning girls. It's Monday. We're at it again. See you soon. Gonna get some breakfast. Morning everyone. Just turn that down a second. So that's the Audi behind me there. That one there. Lovely Avant, that's what it is. A4 Avant. The Touring is the BMW, isn't it? So Audi A4 Avant. It's a really tidy one. It's got the nice carbon fibre panels on the car, but we've got to take door cards off, get that out. I'm pretty sure it's a 13 or a 17 centimetre speaker in there. And we've got to do the same with the back. Change that speaker out for an aftermarket one. And our head unit, factory head unit, is that bad boy there, long one. So we put 2 little things on the edges which take up the gaps, and then a standard double din there. but it'll have the, sorry, singled in there, and it'll have the flip up screen. I used to have one of these. I love these cars. Favorite thing, the old Audi, this style. And the touring cars were just, oh, they were wicked. They were wicked. But I'm going to crack on with this first, start getting the door cards off, see what we've got to work with, place my order for today. Sorry, camera's all over the place. There we go. See you soon. Bye. Right, dudes, is number 2. This is our first one of today, technically. We got a Mercedes Sprinter, my favourite shape. This thing comes apart in about 20 seconds. So we've got to take off a trim, this front cover, that cover, that cover, gearbox? No, that's a glove box, Alex. This is a gearbox. No, it's a gear stick. Glove box comes down. We've got a Pioneer to put in here with a fascia kit, run the microphone round, DAB aerial as normal, USB, somewhere for the guy to reach. Usually glove box, but that is a long piece away. So probably somewhere here on the top, maybe. But we've got to do a Pioneer in this one. So that's another job coming in, and we've got steering controls to keep as well. Fun time, see you in a bit. Right then guys, Mercedes is blown out. DPD have just messaged me my time delivery at 3 o'clock this afternoon. It's not good enough for me. I've paid for an AM delivery. They were supposed to do an AM delivery. So I've just put the vehicle back together, told them to come and get it, take it away, we'll redo the car tomorrow. Pain in the ass, thanks DPD, really appreciate your work. So we'll crack back on with this. So looking into the Audi, now this is a different situation with these cars. So the door card houses everything. The door is literally just a frame. As you can see there, we've got window regulator, locking and everything else that goes through it, and the door card just sits in place. Weirdly, this does have already fitted some aftermarket stuff. We have a Focal crossover there, there's a tweeter up here in the door, and a mid-range. Now you may look at this and think, oh, that's cool. Well, yes it is and no it isn't. First off, they've made a little template. Okay, so they've gone to the trouble of cutting this down badly, but they've gone to the trouble of cutting this down to fit on here so you can have a speaker mounted on there. Then what they've done, we have our Focal mid. There we go. What they've done is, obviously, as they've screwed it on, they've done the really ingenious thing of not actually making the template big enough for the speaker so that the template sits around this corner, and they've actually pinched, can you see, the speaker cone against the frame. So basically the speaker is going to be working like this because the top part is stuck down and wedged between the spacer and the speaker. Really dumb thing to do. That's proper Mickey Mouse shit. These aren't cheap. Focal stuff is not cheap. So whoever's done this has obviously charged the guy a fortune to put it in, and then absolutely spaffed the install. So yes, we will be changing the speakers out. Obviously this sounds bad because probably this. So you imagine that voice coil is quite an inbuilt tiny tolerance situation going on here, and that not being able to flex and the thing having to do this because it can't operate like a speaker. It's no wonder it sounds bad. Well done. Loving your work. See you in a bit. Man, it's not stopped today. It's a bit crazy. Right, let's walk you through one of these. Let's get the GoPro up. There we go. So, need to take apart rear door. Just have a look what we've got going on in there, because these Audis are sometimes fun. So what we've basically got is a Phillips here, Phillips there, one inside here. This little trim comes down. You've got to be careful with this door card because it basically fits into the door with pins. It slots down, so you've got to lift it. Obviously not allow the door to drop because this catch snaps for the handle. So you've got to be a little bit careful with that. So while we're talking, I'm gonna do the do. Just placed a big order for some stock. Loads of parts coming. Spending all my monies. Oh, I'm gonna get that one in there. Let's get the little one. you can get the heads in these things. On this one, a little bit shallow. Can you get that in there? Yeah. I like to keep the screws and stuff all in the same place, so whenever you're taking them apart, leave them in the little footwell there. And then this device pops down. You've kind of got to pinch the thing together and pull him out, which will then reveal 2 more screws in the back. And that comes out. So you've got like a tooth that holds it in, screw that in. We've got 2 more screws in here, or 1 more screw in there. 2 in the front, 1 in the back. The front one of these had snapped. Obviously somebody had been yanking on it and not realised that there's another one in there. So, give it a little feel check. And then we've got to go under and up, straight up. Pull it away from the door. Obviously being careful of your Bowden cable, as they call it. Now they do have a little plastic clip on the back of these things which you need to be careful of, and which way the hook goes. So let that come out. Take off your door electrics. And your speaker in, which is usually a 2-way tooth plug. There we go. Right, there's our other door card off. Obviously this is what I mean about it clipping on, so it sits on this, so it'll go into these brackets and clip down. But what do we have in here? I see some more duct tape, so that probably means that we've got more aftermarket speakers going on. Let's have a little look. Oh, I see wood. There's MDF in here. Another set of focals. That side looks like it's been fitted a bit better. Whoever did the other one. But let's just have a little sneak at what the speaker's doing inside, shall we? Because that's the telltale. Is the speaker crushed against the door card. I don't know why people just don't bother the speaker rings in here, they're cheap enough. Not a bad car though, it's fairly tidy inside the door. Wiring harness looks a bit worse for wear though. Yeah, as I thought. Pinched. You can see this marking here. So that's basically where it's been rubbing on this ring. Now we'll do a standoff ring that will sit on these 3 points and it will keep it away, but where they've used wood and then the speaker's so proud, it's every time it's fired it's been scratching against this, and that's what's left this rubbing mark around the speaker. Again, great way to ruin a set of speakers. Good job we got these ordered. More to redo. We'll keep hold of them screws because the Audi stuff, when they put them in the doors, they coat them in almost like a red oxide. We'll keep those for the new ones. These ones have been ordered, as well as the fronts. So we're just waiting on them coming in. So again, we'll put them in the car, not to lose them. Quick check over everything. Looks good enough. Could do with a hot jet wash as well. That windowsill's quite old, and that's the bit you've got to be careful of. It's that snapping. This tooth here breaks. Right. Ugh. Right guys, coming towards the end of the play on a Monday. I've got to go to the shops. It's my little one. It's Jessica's birthday tomorrow. She's going to be 8 years old, bless her. She's super excited. So I want to go to the shops. I've got to get some balloons and maybe pick up a piñata because she likes those. But obviously we've got a set of trashed focals that we're going to replace. 13 centimeter they've put in the front and a 17 centimeter they've put in the rear. We're going to change this up a bit because I've bought some different panels for this tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a little bit better choice than a MDF ring and a pinched speaker. Look at the state of that. That is not how you do car audio. What a joke. Anyway, that's it for me today. We'll see you in the morning, bright and early. We'll crack on with this. We've got the Mercedes stuff arrived eventually from DPD, stitched me up this morning. That came at about 4 o'clock, which was due to be an AM delivery first thing. So we've got our wiring harness now, and we've got our fascia adapter, so that can all be done in the Mercedes tomorrow. What else have I got in there tomorrow? So we've got Corsa coming in. I've got to check the parking sensors and replace the F200 Pro cable that they've cut and tried soldering themselves. TT to remove the head unit, and then we've got to refit it in a T5 and a Audi start and Mercedes that should have been done today. So busy day tomorrow. It's going to be a crazy one. Oh, and it's a snap on Tuesday, even better. See you in the morning, everyone. Take care. Bye.